Hello and welcome to this short tutorial on index and match function. If you've started using Excel, index and match is a very important function that you should learn in order to filter your data. Today, today we are going to learn how to use first of all the index function, then the match function, and then how to combine use them in order to extract data from tables. So let's start. So in this video, we are going to cover what is an index and match function, how to use index function with simply with the help of how to formulate it, what's the syntax of that, and similarly we are going to discuss how to use a match function, what is the syntax for that function is, and then we are going to learn how to use both of them in one formula, and then we are going to create a dynamic formula in which we can change things and then the values change automatically, and lastly we are going to use drop down menus in the dynamic formula just to make things a bit more easy for an external user to use. So let's start with what an index function is. So basically an index function returns you the value or reference within a table. So basically how does it work is that when you start applying the formula, so what you need to do is that you need to give type in index equals to index, and then you have to give in a particular array or table to the index function, and then you need to type in the row number and the column number. So what Excel will return in that cell is the intersection of the row and the column. Let's see how it happens or how to use it. So let me just switch to my Excel. So here I have downloaded the data of one of the construction companies. So these are a list of orders that they've made in the last few months, and you want to filter out the data. So let's apply the index function here. So equal to index. So now the index function asks me to give them an array. So I'm going to select all this data or this table. This is my array. And now I need to give Excel which row and which column do I want. So start off, which row do I want? So here are my rows. So this is my first row, second, third, fourth. So which row do I want? So if I want to go to the ninth row, I will type in 9, and then the Excel wants me to give the column number. So let's suppose 1 2 3 4. So I want the item numbers, so I will type in 4, and then I'm going to press enter. So the Excel has given me water pipe. So water pipe is ninth row and fourth column. Let's see. So my ninth, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So this is 9, and then you go from 1 2 3 4. So it's water pipe. So what Excel has? So I have to give the Excel the array and the column number and the row number, and that Excel will give me the value where whatever the value or the reference is present in that particular cell. So now we're going to make it a little more dynamic. So let's suppose that I don't have time to change the index formula each and every time, and I want to link it to the particular cell. So let's suppose I want rows in here and columns. Just move it a little downward, make it slightly better. So here I want the rows and here I want the column. So now I want to link my formula to both these cells. So here I'm going to put in the rows, and here I'm going to put in the columns. So let's see. So let me just link it. So the row number will come from this cell, and the column number will come from this cell. So I've linked both of these. So just because I haven't typed in, so the whole data set is being copied. So let's just type in the rows that you want. Let's see, I want to go to fifth row, and then I want to go to fifth or the fourth column. So here, fifth row and fourth column. So let's fourth column is this one. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and sorry, this is the fifth row, and here you have the fourth column. So now we have made our index formula a bit dynamic, so we don't need to edit it every time. We just need to type in the number of column or the number relative position of the row. So let's, you type in 9, you type in 4. So you have here the ninth is the value of the total value of the item. So you have all this in here. So now let's see how we can use the match function within that. So for that, let me explain how we can, what is the match function. So let's go to the ppt slides again. So match function basically gives you the relative position of in the value in a particular cell. So you need to, type in the the specific text, and then you need to, link it with the array, and then the cell will tell you what's the relative position of that particular value in that array. So let's do that, and for the sake of understanding, match. So let's suppose I want to type in the values here, right? And I have to give in the array. Let's suppose here this is the array, like this is my array. So either it has to be a row or a column. It has to be a single row. So what excel will do is that excel will check this blue cell, there is L11, the value in that, and then give the relative position of that particular value in this array in that cell. So, and let's type in what kind of match. So we want exact match. So now, so here there is no value. So when I'll type in the value, let's suppose I want to do 502. So Excel is telling me that P502 is on the sixth number in this array or in this row. Let's see if it's on the sixth number. Yeah, it's 502. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so it's on the sixth number. Yeah, you could see from here if you did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so the relative position of P506 is returned by the Excel. So now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use both of these formulas in one cell. So, and then I'm going to, make it a little more dynamic. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use index and match together. So let's do that. So here, so let's suppose I want my rows here. I want my columns here. So instead of numbers, I want these specific, the reference or the text to be typed in, and then I want, the Excel to return me the intersection of both of these. So if I want to type in P885 and I want item number, so P885 is water pipes, and I just type in both of these details and I get water pipes. So this, if that's what I want to do, so I need to do both of these functions. I need to use them together. So let's formulate that. Let's formulate. Let's do that. Let me just move it. So I'm going to type index, then I'm going to give, this is my array, this whole thing is my array. For the row number, I want match. So I want the relative position of whatever I type in here. So this is for the row. So whatever I type in here, I want the relative position of that from here. So I want to, okay. And then I want an exact match. And for the column, I want the same thing. I want match. And then I want the relative position of whatever is written here from this array. And I want an exact match. And then I'm going to type in. Okay. So now I haven't typed in anything, but the formula is still working. So I haven't typed in anything. So when I will type, automatically the value or the intersection will appear. Let's say I want P121, and in the column I want the vendor's name. So here, so what this is doing is that it's returning me. So here I need to type in the order number. So let's say I type in order number here, and here I want any specification. So anything related to this order, you want vendor name, you want the date of the order. So let's see if that returns. So the date, so let's take the formula. So yeah, so whatever the metric that you want, you need to type in that, and the order number needs to be typed in here. So what the Excel is doing is that Excel is filtering out that particular order number, and then you need to type in whatever the metric you are required. So this is how both of these functions are used to filter the data. You can make it more professional by adding one thing called data validation, in which you can add the list of the metric that you want. So let's suppose I want the specification. So I don't want anyone to type in the wrong things, or get bogged down by, because it needs to match exactly. So what I want is that I want someone to select from a particular drop down menu. So for that I have to go to the data, and then from here I need to add data validation. So what I want is I want the list of things in here. So the source, and this is my list. So if I'll add that, so now I have a drop down menu from where I can select. So what I want is that for order number P121, I want, let's say, the description. So the description appears automatically. And the order number, I can type any order number. I can type P745, and the description changes. And we could want the total value of the order. So it's basically formatted. So in order to change the format, you need to press Control Shift 1. So it automatically changes to that. And you can obviously make it a bit formatted. So for that, I'm going to format it just for the sake of better presentation. And here I'm going to copy the same. So now I've formatted all these things. So from the drop down, I can select the description or whatever I want, the total value or the stock quantity, whatever I ordered, and then I can type in the order number, and the Excel will return me. Let's say I type in P204, and Excel will return me the stock quantity. This is the 200 stock quantity that the Excel has returned me. So this is how you can use the index and match functions together in order to filter and extract data. Thanks a lot. See you guys again.